Here's the message of today. When we are in body consciousness, or we identify with the body, we think of the divine as a form with a body. See how many images we have created with the divine as a human. You know, the Bible says of the Christians, we are made in the image and likeness of God. But we have made God into our likeness. We have turned God into a human form, a superhuman form. Many arms, many eyes. That is in the evolving forms of worship. Is God limited to a form? Then which form is the God? Or is God the infinite manifesting in every form? Sahasramurtaya. We learn from the mantra. Namostvanantaya Sahasramurtaya. I bow to the infinite one manifesting in every form. So the form is an aid for those in duality to think about the divine. But as we grow in consciousness, we need to let go of the forms. In a natural way, in an organic way, as we evolve. And when we identify with the emotional field, we created a dual relationship with the divine, wanting to worship in every way through the loving forms of worship, the dance, the song, the poetry. And we identify with God as a God of dance, a God of movement, a God of flow, still in the form. And as you grow further and we evolve into mental beings, we begin to worship God in the mind. God is a superhuman mind. But can God be contained in thoughts or emotion or body? If we define the divine as infinite being, infinite intelligence, then the divine is in every form, in every sound, but yet beyond. Manifesting in so many things, but yet beyond. So then God has to become an experience in our being, and not an object of worship on the outside of us. That takes us right where I want to go. That God is manifesting in and through us as us. So where do you look for God in that case? If God is manifesting in and through you, where do you look for God? You look within, don't you? And would God be a dual experience? We can have dual experiences in our imagination, in our mind, in our mental creations. But that's not the end game. Duality is not the end game. Rapturous duality is not the end game. The end game is beyond non-dual consciousness, but can experience duality in non-dual awareness. Can sport in duality, but centered in non-dual awareness. That's where the ultimate is in the human experience. So how do you tell this to someone steeped in duality? You don't. You don't. You saw Christ when he was teaching the non-duality. They crucified him in a dark period. They didn't see it as wisdom, definitely. But blasphemy. How can he speak of us being God? What manner of man is this? Where did he come from? What is this teaching? So when we begin to think that God is manifesting in and through us, there's a whole lot of responsibility now that is placed on us to uncover our divine nature. And that's a good thing. It pushes us to evolve. And then all the things that are happening in our consciousness, the fluctuations, we begin to stop owning it and begin to look at it differently. Because the moment you own something, you're caught. So though you live in a form, though you live in a breathing creature, a creature that eats and breathes and reproduces, can you go to a deeper place within you to see that it's only an experience in being and not the ultimate reality? It's an experience in being. I can live in the body but not of the body. I can enjoy the human experience but not caught in it. That's where the secret lies. When you can accumulate things and give it all away. When you can cook up a storm, enjoy the food, and be totally detached from it. Not overeating. That's where the wisdom lies. That's where the ultimate experience lies. So who's God? We are all gods. Who are we singing the Guru Gita to? Ourselves. Where's the Guru? The Guru is inside each one of us. Where's the God inside of each one of us? How do we uncover that? Well, there's a magic to it. Keep your attention on those who have evolved. Seek their counsel. Observe them carefully and learn from them. That's the way of the wise. And be careful who you listen to. Because there are a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. Be careful. As beautiful as their words are, be careful. And we live in a world that's completely full of ego, oh my God. Everybody's trying to get the better of the other. But we have those who are selfless. And we need the company of those who are selfless, those who are more evolved. But be careful. And know that no matter how dark it appears, there's a bright light inside your being, a jewel. No matter how dark it appears to be, there's a bright light inside of you. And when you begin to see the glimmers of that light, hold on to it, keep your eyes on it. Stay focused. Grace will descend upon you. Stay focused. Stay aligned. Be careful about identifying with the forms. They're not you. The emotional attachments, they're not you. The restless thoughts and ideas, they're not you. They're what we have created in our ignorance. And the greatest prayer that you can utter is, give me the understanding. With all like get understanding, the Bible says. Wisdom is the greatest thing, therefore seek wisdom. Beautiful verse. When I read that, I say, yes. Or the Hindus with the Gayatri. Just absolutely beautiful. It speaks to the reality behind the light. Tat savitur varenyam. That reality, that transcendent reality that manifests as light. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. It's divine. It's sin cleansing. We meditate upon that. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Illumine my intellect. Illumine my intellect. Greatest prayer. We need more understanding. We need more clarity. We need better seeing, perceiving. That's where the journey is. Stay focused. Let us gradually go beyond the duality. Don't try to jump the ladder. Step by step, one step at a time, seeing only a step, only a step, only a step, only a step. Soon enough, you'll be on top of the ladder. The steps will be behind you. And you'll be completely immersed in ever-present being. So that's my Sunday message to you. We live in a dark world, but grace is there for those who seek. Seek and it shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. Grace is there for those who seek. Be wise, everyone. Don't worship that which changes. Center in the changeless. Have a blissful Sunday. My soul bows to you. Namaskar, everyone.